Yesterday, we passed the tragic milestone of 100,000 COVID deaths in the United Kingdom. That's not just a statistic. Behind every death is a grieving family, a mum, a dad, a sister, a brother, a friend, a colleague, a neighbour. The question on everyone's lips this morning is why? The Prime Minister must have thought about that question a lot. So can he tell us why he thinks that the United Kingdom has ended up with a death toll of 100,000, the highest number in Europe?
I mourn every death in this pandemic, and we share the grief of all those who have been bereaved, Mr. Speaker. And let him be in no doubt, and let there has been no doubt, that I and the government take full responsibility for all the actions I have taken, we've taken during this pandemic to fight this disease.
The question is why? Why has the United Kingdom the highest number of deaths in Europe? Why has the United Kingdom a death rate that's higher than almost anywhere in the world? The Prime Minister is going to have to answer that question one day, and he should have the decency to answer it today.
When you have a new variant of that virus of the kind that we have in this country, when you have dilemmas as hard and as heavy as this government has had to face over the last year, I must tell the right honourable gentleman, there are no easy answers. A perpetual lockdown is no answer, Mr. Speaker. But we will continue to do, as I've said to the House, I've said to you, Mr. Speaker, to do everything we can to roll out our vaccine programme, to give the public the protection that they want and deserve.
The problem with the Prime Minister avoiding the question of why is that vital lessons won't be learned. The reality is this. The Prime Minister was slow into the first lockdown last March. He was slow in getting protective equipment to the front line, slow to protect our care homes, slow on testing and tracing, slow into the second lockdown in the autumn, slow to change the Christmas mixing rules, slow again into this third lockdown, delaying 13 days from the 22nd of December before implementing it. And I fear that he still hasn't learned that lesson. The latest example is the continued delay in securing our borders. We've known about the variants to the virus since early December when it was announced in the House of Commons. We know some of those variants are coming from abroad, but we don't know the route. Surely the Prime Minister can see that what is required now is that everybody coming into the country from anywhere in the world should be tested and subject to quarantine in a hotel. Why can't that be put in place today?
We have one of the toughest regimes in the world. We ask people to test 72 hours before they fly. They have to produce a passenger locator form, or otherwise they're kicked off the flight. They already have to quarantine for 10 days. And my right honourable friend, the Home Secretary, will be setting out later today, if you care to wait for that, even tougher measures for those red list countries where we are particularly concerned about new variants. And again, I think what the people of this country want for us now to do is to come together as a government, as a parliament, and to get this thing done.